Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ejahmix. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're not, and today, I want to talk about something that I honestly didn't expect I'd have to talk about anytime soon. It's something that, in the back of my mind, I think we all expected, and it's kind of sad. But before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So, today, actually, like literally less than an hour ago, I found out some crazy news. Now, just a little like insight into my personal life, real quick. I live in Florida, so currently we're going through like a hurricane. It's kind of died down. It's not raining anymore, but like last night, it was just been like on and off raining. So, the content that I was preparing to drop on the channel, I haven't been able to because we had multiple power outages and stuff like that, and I didn't want to start editing a video and then the power goes out and I lose it all. So this video wasn't even on the schedule at all, but I'm going to be pushing this one out first because this particular topic has a lot of impact on me personally. And it's actually the reason that I'm creating content today, and that's Google Stadia. Stadia is what got me back heavy into gaming. And though I haven't really interacted with it much in the past, 3 or 4 months, probably past a year, almost a year on the channel, and like 3 or 4 months prior to me revisiting Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia every once in a while, I haven't really played on Stadia much. It's kind of just something I use every once in a while or when I'm away from my computer, because I'm not really the target audience for Stadia anymore. When Stadia first came out, I only had a laptop, and I wasn't huge into gaming at that point, and then I kind of got back into it through Stadia, and then I became the target audience. And of course, I didn't have a very powerful machine, and eventually, if you guys know the history of the channel, my laptop ended up dying I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. It died, and then I was MIA off the internet for a while because my computer was dead. And so I had to save up and get some money, and then I bought the parts and built my PC a little bit after that. So then I came back to content, but with that, it kind of took me out of being in that target audience for Stadia, because I had a PC where now I didn't have to stream any of the games that I wanted to play. I could just download them and play them locally, which ultimately for me personally is a little better because my internet can be a little shoddy sometimes. But that being said, let's just kind of get into the news right before I kind of reminisce on all this stuff. Just long story short, Stadia is why I am creating content today. So it's kind of sad that this news came out, but I'll just show you guys. So today, I literally just found out about an hour ago because, like I said, Hurricane Ian is here, so I haven't even been thinking much about anything else. And I've been playing a few games that the power isn't as like shoddy now. But they posted this 9 hours ago apparently, and I totally missed it. And it wasn't actually until I saw the Gaming Source Network, a network I was also a part of for a little while. They had a live stream talking about Stadia winding down, and I'm like, is that because it's they're not dropping as much content, or is it because they're actually shutting down? And unfortunately, it was the latter. So again, like the impact that Stadia has had on my life, I had a lot of different relationships and connections that I had with a lot of people through Stadia, and it's again unfortunate, but they posted this. We're just gonna click on it and just get into it and kind of read what they have to say about this. So a message about Stadia and our long-term streaming strategy. This is written by Phil Harrison, of course, if you didn't know, the vice president and manager at Stadia. So, for many years, Google has invested across multiple aspects of the gaming industry. We help developers build and distribute gaming apps on Google Play and Google Play Games. Gaming creators are reaching audiences around the world on YouTube through videos, live streaming, and shorts. And our cloud streaming technology delivers immersive gameplay at massive scale. A few years ago, we also launched a consumer gaming service, Stadia. And while Stadia's approach to streaming games for consumers was built on a strong technology foundation, it hasn't gained the traction with users that we expected. So we've made the difficult decision to begin winding down our Stadia streaming service. We're grateful to the dedicated Stadia players that have been with us from the start. We will be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store and all game and add-on content purchases made through the Stadia Store. Players will continue to have access to their games library and play through January 18th, 2023, so they can complete final play sessions. We expect to have the majority of refunds completed by mid-January 2023. We have more details for players for this process on our Help Center. The underlying technology platform that powers Stadia has been proven at scale and transcends gaming. We see clear opportunities to apply this technology across other parts of Google, like YouTube, Google Play, and our augmented reality efforts, as well as make it available to our industry partners, which aligns with where we see the future of gaming heading. We remain deeply committed to gaming, and we will continue to invest in new tools, technologies, and platforms that power the success of developers, industry partners, cloud customers, and creators. For the Stadia team, building and supporting Stadia from the ground up has been fueled by the same passion for games that our players have. Many of the Stadia team members will be carrying this work forward in other parts of the company. We're so grateful for the groundbreaking work of the team, and we look forward to continuing to have an impact across gaming and other industries using the foundational Stadia streaming technology. So, that was their message. Yeah. Pretty sad, honestly. I'm glad that they're going to be refunding. I'd like to actually see the length of that on the Help Center. So let's just see this real quick before I mention anything else. How long will I be able to play my games on Stadia? So till January 18th, 2023 is when they'll officially be shutting down. We anticipate all games work as expected during this time. We anticipate that there will be some gameplay issues during this period, especially any games requiring commerce, but the majority of games should continue to work normally. What about my game progress? Can I take my game progress to another platform? While that may be possible for some games that support cross-progression play on other platforms, unfortunately for the majority of games, that won't be possible. Will I get a refund? What is available for a refund? We will be offering refunds for all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store and software transactions through the Stadia Store. Stadia Pro subscriptions are not eligible for refund. However, you'll be able to continue playing your games in Pro without further charges until the final wind down date. Do I have to return my hardware to get a refund? Okay, they won't need to be returned. And more details on how to obtain a refund for your Stadia hardware purchases will be posted here in the coming weeks. How and when will I get my refund? We are working through this process now. We'll keep this article updated as we define the process for each of the countries in different situations. Our intent is to have the majority of the refunds processed back to the original payment by January 18th, 2023. They're not going to be refunding Stadia Pro subscriptions. Why can I no longer purchase games? Can I purchase in-game transactions? They closed the Stadia store and disabled all commerce on the Stadia platform. I no longer have the form of payment I used to make the purchase. How will I get a refund? Keep an eye out for the email from us. We will provide you with instructions on how to choose a new form of payment. I paid with a gift card and have since thrown it away. How do I get my refund? Keep an eye. Okay. I ordered something via pre-order. Will I get charged? All future pre-orders will be canceled, and you will not be charged. If you are already charged, you will be refunded your payment. Can I return hardware to physical locations? No physical locations will not be able to process any returns or refunds. So it looks like it's going to be a period we're going to be refunding everything. Everything you've purchased. I don't even know how much what I've purchased on Stadia. I don't even know how much that would be. Because mostly I just at a certain point just got the Pro subscription. But I have purchased a few games. Yeah, this is insane. Not crazy, not like it was unexpected. And now I'm gonna kind of give my thoughts on this. This wasn't unexpected. I think even down back to when I was heavy into Stadia and we were having this discussion almost every other week, every couple of weeks, we'd be like, what does the future of Stadia look like? Where is Stadia going? Does Stadia feel like it has longevity? And I remember, there was some people that were like, yeah, Stadia has about 2 or 3 years. And I was back in 2020. It's 2022. So they weren't far off at all. Yeah, a lot of people were like, yeah, we'll give them 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And also it just didn't seem like, I think back then when we were thinking, we were like, it doesn't seem like Stadia is, we see the marketing and all that stuff, but it doesn't seem like they're going as hard as they need to in certain areas and things like that. And even back then, we could see that. And I think even recently, it seemed like they were, winding down. And I'm sure if somebody went back and looked at things, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is where, more than likely the announcement happened, and this is where things started winding down a bit. But unfortunately, I can't give that insight on it because I haven't been in tuned as much as I was back then. But back then, it was like, like I said, every few weeks we'd have a commentary about it, for sure. But I think all in all, this is just kind of a sad announcement. It really is. It's something that, like, it sucks to see, Just to give you a little more background again about me and the channel, like this channel, like I said, wouldn't have been started without Stadia. Stadia, once I heard of the content creation, potential of Stadia, that's what made me start creating content for YouTube. Even before you could, stream off of Stadia or automatically take your gameplay from Stadia and put it onto YouTube. Even back then, I could see the potential for it. And that's what got me started. I have so many friends to this day that will be forever linked because of Stadia. Like it's so insane. Like it's so insane. Like obviously, like I ended up leaving the Gaming Source Network, and I haven't talked to them since. And it wasn't like it's not even like they knew, which is something I kind of regret. But that opportunity was through Stadia. Me knowing Anthony, Ryzak, the Legend 21 or Ariel, as I know him personally, we're friends now. Eli Levi, Eli, we're close now, and I haven't talked to Eli in a minute. I gotta hit Eli up, but like, we had the Cloudians cast that was built from Stadia, built off of our love for cloud gaming and Stadia. Stadia Bash Community Network, Stadia 100, it's insane. I'm just, naming all the different things that just, were born out of this community, this tight-knit community. And it's crazy. It really is. And I'm just thinking about like the content creators that I know of, like that, of how like they're kind of taking this news. Now, obviously they're not going to stop making content, but for some contents or creators that were like, this was their thing, it's kind of like, man, it kind of sucks. You have whole podcasts and shows based off of Stadia. And that's a thing, of course, in all fandoms and things like that. But it's kind of crazy that, things went out like this, And I'm very curious to see, the people who have been invested into Stadia and what their next move is. Even me personally, like I said, I just recently bought Cyberpunk 2077 on PC, but I was using it for Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk on Stadia, every few weeks when I wanted to go in and check something new or when they dropped the update. So it really is insane, to see this closure, just because of the impact that it's had on my life. I don't know when I'll stop making content. I don't think I ever will. Well, that's naive. I'll say eventually. I know when I will, it'll be like later on. But this is the reason. This was my start. So it really sucks seeing something like this close down, especially with all the potential it had. And just to not to make it seem like it was just like all perfect and it could have just been so amazing and so great. It was like, obviously there are steps that the Stadia team and Google would have needed to take to get there, but they had the potential for it. And I guess it's pretty obvious they didn't have the or they didn't believe that the money or the time or the effort or whatever it was worth taking it to that point. But it easily could have gotten to that point, because one thing that people don't understand about Stadia was Stadia is the epitome of cloud gaming technology right now. There's not much that's better, I would argue nothing that's better right now in cloud gaming. Amazon Luna is cool and it's interesting, and it's something that I've been curious about, and I've seen, through, me liking Stadia, but it was always like, Luna's dope, and I've played Luna and it works, but Stadia's better. GeForce Now, it's like, okay, GeForce Now is dope and it's cool, but Stadia's better. That was always been the narrative, that Stadia was the best that you could get. And they were like perks of the other ones, but Stadia just overall as an experience was just better. So, it's just kind of like, this is kind of weird to see, not weird because it's Google, if it was anybody else, this wouldn't have been shut down today. But I think it's just unfortunate that it's being shut down with all the potential that the platform had and all the joy it brought, you know, and the friends that were made out of this platform, you know. It's really sad. And I'm also I'm a little sad that, I'm not too big on regrets, but I almost kind of regret that I kind of backed off of Stadia so early. But I think even then I could see that, this platform didn't have the longevity based off of, I can't even remember when I dropped off, but based off of back then, I could kind of see that it didn't really have the longevity that, most people wanted it to have. And I could see it back then. That's why I kind of wanted to branch out, along with, some fatigue from talking about Stadia all the time. But yeah, this is sad, 100%. But I'm not gonna sit here, reminiscing and doing all this all day. Like, I got other videos to work on and things like that. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. If you're a Stadia, fan, and you love the platform and all that. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and also let me know all your favorite moments that you've had over the past. I think it's been what, three years. Well, no, it's probably a little more than that. But the time that Stadia's been out. All your favorite memories and all that stuff, and even if there were interactions with me or other people in the community, let me know in the comments. We can, chop it up and have a conversation about it. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and for what it's worth, thank you, Google and the Stadia team, for everything that you did with this platform, and for bringing, friends together, friendships that will last forever. Thanks. Peace.